Hey guys, welcome to another adventure with Ruins and Ridges. Today we are attempting to climb Rock Butte. Exactly a week ago, we made it, 20 feet below the summit. But we ran out of time. We had to head down because we would get locked in here. So I was very disappointed, but now we're back again and we're heading to the top. You'll see some footage combined from both trips, so if I'm wearing different clothes, that's why. There's a pretty nice path heading up these slabs right to the arch, and we spotted a climber on the arch. That's pretty cool. Look at all the agave growing in that one crack. Passing through the arch here, we met some climbers. They're going up a 513B, I believe, so that's very difficult, climbing terms. And in the arch, there's this ancient ruin. There's a small pottery sherd. You can kind of see this depression, bit of a wall. This is where the fun begins. Steep bushwhacking. Did a bushy but thankfully short traverse, and we made it into this wash. Now it's just very steep and loose, still bushy. Pretty extreme. You can still see there's one of the climbers on the side there. The wash becomes too steep here and bushy, so you have to exit out on the left. And this is sort of like the real crux because it's very sandy and extremely steep. It probably doesn't look steep on camera, but believe me, it's basically vertical. So steep. I'll have to put away the camera. So this is the very steep part. The camera won't pick up, but it's just like straight up. You have to grab onto the bushes. It's all loose. You can see some of the burn scars on that tree. There's a fire here back in I don't know how long ago, but it's mostly all restored, but still some signs. This forest is actually the most pleasant part. Just following some deer trails. And there's a key ledge you need to take. If you don't know which ledge, you might get lost and cliffed out. Luckily, the ledge we found was actually the right ledge the first time, so now I know. Some dried up ferns here. If you came here in the spring, they would be all nice and green. If you're an extreme climber and you're watching this, and you're gonna climb this, then don't go on those ledges and over there it transforms into Coconino sandstone. And there's a ledge right in between Schnebly Hill and Coconino. Don't take that one. Well, that might go, but we took the ledge just under that one. Right there. Again, this is the ledge we're taking. That's a strangely smooth rock. It's probably just natural, but it's pretty weird. Out of the ordinary. On this agave, there are pine cones that have got stabbed by the sharp spines. That's not very usual because typically these pine and spruce trees don't grow where agave grow. There's a little sketchy part on this ledge. Pretty exposed, but it's short. Made it into the Coconino layer. He's not impressed. I heard that this is the loosest rock in Sedona, and I can believe it. It's just sand below and then rocks on top, so they all just fall off. This is looking up the ridge. It's pretty bushy and all loose, but not terrible. That big boulder right there is where we turned around last time because we ran out of time. But we can go right in between that and all the way to the summit on the left. This is an amazing spot with this little tree, San Francisco peaks, massive drop off, and cool Schnebly Hill and Coconino sandstone, Oak Creek Canyon, basalt on the right. It's just amazing. Very loose rock, very steep, exposed, bushy. This is the exact spot we turned around because we thought this was the summit and it looked tricky, but this is not the summit. This is just that big boulder below the summit, so we need to figure out a way to get there. Getting in between those two boulders was pretty dang bushy. It's like pure bush, manzanita, and quite loose, but then it's just a pretty easy walk, and there is the summit, just like 20 feet away from us. This is brutal. Final few steps. On the summit there is this cairn, and the true summit right there. Whew, summited Rock Butte. Wanted to do this for a long time. And yeah, it's pretty miserable, I'm not gonna lie. But it's doable. It's class 3. Very loose rock, very bushy. Exposed in some parts, not terrible. This is looking down Oak Creek Canyon, Highway 89. And then way up in there are the San Francisco Peaks. Just huge expanses of land. There is Lost Wilson Mountain, separated from Wilson by that saddle right there. This is Wilson, and if you've hiked Wilson Mountain Trail, you've went out onto that point and looked down. And this big butte here is Rock Butte, and that's looking up to the overlook. And there's the Colorado Plateau, that big forested area, and we're actually a little taller than that. I'll put the elevation on the screen. Well, this was an amazing climb, but it was very brutal as well. I may not ever repeat it, so I'm just soaking up the views, taking it all in, but we have to be out of here by 5 or else they'll lock us in, so we gotta start heading down. Not looking forward to the descent. So the down climb is not interesting for you to watch. I mean, it's the same as up, so I'm not gonna film that. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you would like to see more of this type of content. Thank you for watching, and please let me know your favorite part was in the comments.